Hello, this is Pam, and today I'm going to teach you how to knit with the Tunisian crochet needle. I've been practicing this. I was looking up nooking, and I figured out how to use a Tunisian needle and to knit. And I imagine the Tunisian needles with the cables, it would be a lot easier to. It's called nooking. It's when you use a crochet needle to knit. So I'm going to show you how to do this. So I really love how this is looking. It looks just like knitting. And on the back you have the nice little purl stitches. So the tools is a Tunisian needle yarn, and I have this towel rack that I put my yarn on, and I wrap it around a towel roll, and it works great because all you gotta do is pull. Right now it's tangled, but let me fix that. But all you gotta do is pull as you knit or crochet, and I love this. And to do this, you'll need, I have a twine string, or I have this really soft string, but you want it to be a different color than your yarn, and you really don't want it to be yarn because you could accidentally knit or crochet into your material. And while I was practicing, I accidentally did that, and that's a disaster. But the twine, you can't mistake it. Now this little piece of string goes through the loops real easily, but you still could accidentally knit it into the material. So this one's a little hard to pull through, but I think I like it better. And when you do this, do not do a slip knot because it'll be hard to pull it through. So what I do is I take it and I just fold it over and I pull it through. You kind of got to really hold it. And I'll do it with the other string to show you which one might be easier. But you got to work it because with the twine it kind of does get caught a little bit. But I just pull it through the loops until I get to the end. And I hope that you guys can see this all right, because I can't tell if this is shown up good until I look at it after I do this video. And then I pull it straight through, and then you have it on this string. And then what I do is you want to turn your work where your yarn is, and I'm on the purl side, so I'm going to purl my stitches. So with purling, the yarn goes in the front. It took me a little bit to remember that. I kept messing up till I figured it out. And then you just wrap around the needle and pull it through the loop. Make sure that the yarn is in front of your work. Put your Tunisian needle through the loop, wrap it around, and we're going to go to the very end, and then I'll show you how to do the knitting. And then you take it through your loop, wrap it around. I feel so proud of myself. I can't believe I'm actually knitting with a Tunisian crochet needle. I've been trying to figure this out for a while now, how you would do this. And actually, I love it better than regular knitting. You don't have to worry about any drop stitches while you do this. I love this. So if you ever wanted to learn to knit, but you don't really like the thing with the two needles, this is the way to go. Now with nooking, at the end of your needle, where you see this little square, you have like an eye of the needle. You look, a needle with an eye, you have a little hole here where you put your cord in. And what you would do is once you go cross knitting or purling, you will pull it off onto your cord. That's how you would do that. So I just go into the loop. You kind of got to be patient with it. Wrap it around the needle, pull through. put it through the loop, wrap it around the needle, and pull through. I just did my nails, so I thought I got nice nails to do my video. I did them myself. They're press-on nails. I have little Halloween nails on. I had to make them shorter. They were kind of long. I had to cut them short down in this area and file them so they wouldn't be so long. So I think you could see how to do this pretty much, and I'll go to the very end and then I'll do the knit. I wanted to start from the very beginning, but I have to go to work here soon, and my fish is in the oven, and I plan to do a longer video on this from start to finish. I probably won't record the Tunisian cast one. I'll have that ready, and then I'll just start once I have the cast one on how to do this. But it's basically the same thing as what I'm doing now, you know, with the string. So if you really want to knit something, this I believe is the way to go. And I know the Tunisian needles have the long cords on them if you want to make a longer blanket, which probably would work for this. You know, but you would slide it off onto the cable or cord, and it would be the same as nooking. And you can also look up the nooking videos as well. And I'm going to do the Tunisian cast off when I'm done with this. I'm going to make this a coaster for my husband to put his water bottle on. I made him one before with a half double crocheted stitch. It kind of looks like a knit stitch. I could probably show it to you when I get to the end of this. But if I had to do a blanket, I would probably crochet. I think I like crocheting a lot better. But I always love new challenges. I'm doing American flag from my son, and that's crochet. And I could have that done by now, but I wanted to kind of practice with this and figure out how to do this. And I'm so glad I did. And sometimes you do accidentally pull through 2 loops. So I did that earlier, couldn't figure out why my loops were off, why it was off 1 loop, because I accidentally crocheted 2 loops together. So you just have to, you know, be careful and count your stitches. And then I'll do it with the string. But the string is easy to weave through. The only thing I don't like is it's actually harder to do this after that, and you could very easily crochet or knit it into the fabric, which I think the twine works better, even though it's a little bit hard to weave through the loops when you start. And I mean, they do have the strings or cords for the nooking that I guess you could buy if you wanted to do this, or you could just get the nook needles if you want to. They look like a Tunisian needle, and they start out with the Tunisian cast on. But it's like it has a little eye, like a sewing needle that you put your cord through. And then you would just pull all this off onto the cord instead of weaving it through the loops like I did with the string. And I hope everybody can see what I'm doing. All right, because I was really excited to show you guys how I did this. I'm just really excited that I figured it out, because I was trying to find videos on how to use a Tunisian hook for nooking, and I couldn't find any videos on it. But if you guys find one, let me know, because I like to see it if they're doing it the way I'm doing it. So now we're coming to the very end, and all you do, here's the back, here's the front, and then what you do is I pull from the little plug here or square, because you don't want to pull where the hook is. You might pull your work off the needle. I just pull the string off, And let me show you my husband's coaster that I made him. Okay, this is my husband's water coaster. He has a big water drinking thing. And this is the half double crochet Tunisian stitch, but it kind of makes you think of knitting. And then I'll show you my son's flag. Okay, this is my son's American flag, and this is crochet, just simple or single crochet. I could have had it done if I wasn't doing this knitting, but I really wanted to figure this out. I plan to finish this. His birthday's in December, so I do have plenty of time. Okay, let me do the knitting on the other side. So we're going to use the string this time, but you can decide what's easier for you. I think the twine works better because it's more firmer and you can't mistake it for yarn. You can't accidentally knit or crochet because it's kind of coarse. So, and that's probably, the nooking cords are probably a little coarse too. So this is a very flexible, soft string. It's almost like a piece of yarn. It's twine, but it's softer. So we're going to pull it through here. You got to kind of hold it, but this like slides right through because it's so soft. It slides right through. I mean, I like the way it just slides through here. It just glides. And then I just take and pull it through. I like to kind of even it up a little bit so it don't accidentally come off. And now we're going to be knitting. So knitting, the yarn's going to be behind the needle. So we're coming through and we're, and you got to really watch you don't accidentally knit this string on into your work. That's why I kind of don't like the string. I like the idea that it slides right through. I just don't like that I could accidentally crochet or knit it in there. And then you just knit. The yarn stays behind your work. Now the knitting part is real easy. So you have to decide if you want a really coarse string when you do this or a softer string. You definitely want to use a different colored piece of yarn or string so that you don't accidentally knit or weave it in. And I just had it break off, so just give me a second while I tie this on. I don't do the magic knot anymore. What I do is I just wrap it. I wrap it around like this. And then I tie it, and I'll have to grab some scissors and cut my string. And then I just tie it, pull it a little bit. Hopefully it stays together. Uh-oh, don't want to stay together very well. I don't have much of a piece to tie on. But I don't like the magic knot because it leaves an ugly knot in your work. And I don't like that. And then I just pull really hard on both ends till it locks in place. This one seems like it wants to slide off. Well, we'll hope for the best. But you know what? I'm just going to tie it because I just want to get, the video done. So I usually don't do this, but, and then I'll cut this off. I should have had my scissors here. So so I got kind of a knot here, which I don't like, but I just want to show you how to do the knooking with the Tunisian needle. Just gotta grab my scissors. They're in here somewhere in my bag. Okay. So I try to have a smaller knot than that, but I just want to get the video done because I do have to get ready for work. So keep the yarn behind the needle or at the back of your work, and then you just knit across. I'm going to have that ugly knot in there. That's kind of the way it's going to go. And in the end, I'll show you my video. I got a nice little fire pit video for background noise. I like having, you know, a nice background sound. And I picked the ambience because a regular video, a commercial might come on, and the ambience I picked, I don't have to worry about commercials interrupting my video. But I'll end with the nice video so you guys can see, you ladies can see the nice video. I'll do one more purl and knit, and then I'll have to end my video. My fish is in the oven cooking. You probably can hear the oven in the background. But it's nice to hear water and fire and birds. It's relaxing. And then knitting and crochet is pretty relaxing too. Okay, so now you can see beautiful knit stitches, purl stitches on the back, and I'll pull the string out here in a second. I just need to check something here. Okay, let's do another purl knit. We could go back to the twine. So all you do is pull your yarn out. I do it from this end so I don't accidentally pull my stitches off. We'll go back to the twine. So what I'm going to do is weave it through the loops. I think by then you'll kind of get the idea on how to do this. So, you know, this isn't as easy as a softer string, but I think it's easier when you're knitting and purring not to accidentally knit or crochet it. Oh, wait, I got to get my fish out of the oven. Just give me a second, ladies. Okay, let me finish what I was doing, and then I'll eat my dinner before I go to work. I'm having fish and peas for dinner tonight. So yeah, we're weaving through all the loops. And I got this ugly knot there. I almost thought it was a loop that didn't get knitted in. Pull it all through. I always like to make it a little even. And you see, you know, it's like on a, makes you think of a piece of clothing on a clothing line. Okay, now we turn our work and we're going to purl the loops. So yarn's in the front of the work, wrap it around the needle, pull through. This part's kind of hard to get it started. And then, you know, I just pull this. I love it. This was my idea and I love this. And then you just take it through the loops. Whoops. Make sure you get only one loop at a time. And then we'll do the knitted side again, and then I'll have to end my video so I can get ready for work. I hope you guys can see me doing this. I won't know until I watch this if I recorded this all right. You just go through each little loop and purl it. I guess I'm saying that word right. I mean, this looks exactly like knitting. I'm just really excited about this because if I ever decide to knit, I want to do the basket weave with this. I'm going to experiment with that. That'll be my next thing to do, but I need to finish my son's American flag. I mean, I do have plenty of time to do it. I mean, his birthday's in December, but I'm excited to get it done, you know. But I think the next time I do this, I might try the basket weave. And the kitty cat's right beside me. I don't know if you can see her, but she decided to come over and visit me. I was doing a video the other day. I do inspirational videos, and she almost jumped right in front of the camera while I was doing a video, and I was able to discourage her away from the camera so she wouldn't end up right on video. Because I do a nature video, and I talk, share inspirational words is what I do. And well, when you see my video, you can always go to my channel and watch my other things if you want. I was really practicing last night. I was up late last night practicing this, just so I could teach this to you guys and or gals. And I'm just really happy about this. I really am. I mean, I don't need no 2 needles to knit. I can just use 1 needle, and this is easier than 2 knitting needles. I mean, I even tried to knit with the Tunisian needles the traditional way. I mean, you can do it, but it's hard. And of course, I don't have the 2 same needles. I have a set of needles, but I don't have 2 of the same needle sizes. And so I was doing the next size down, and it was really awkward. But I really love this, what I'm doing here. If I ever wanted to knit something, I would do it this way. This is definitely my new way of knitting. Other than, I like the peg looming. I like that. I think that's pretty neat to do. But I'm just going to do a Tunisian cast off. I think that's the easiest way to go with this. You know how you try to cast off with knitting? It's sometimes with the peg cast off can be very confusing. And I mean, I just think this is a better way to do it. I hope you guys can see what I'm doing here. I think the knitting is easier than the purling, though. Well, maybe not. I guess it depends on the person, you know. I think when you first start the purling, it's a little hard than the knitting part when you start at the beginning. I know I recorded myself loom knitting a hat, and I got a lot of reviews on that. A lot of people liked that video. I might share it sometime in the group. Okay, so now we're at the end of this one. You can see the beautiful purl stitches and the knitting, and all you do is pull your string out like that, and then we'll do one more, and then I gotta end this. I got this ugly knot, but I just wanted to do the video. I was expecting for that to break like that. So, I mean, it's ugly. I'll fix it later. Okay, so what I need to do is weave this back through. So I kind of fold it over, and I just weave it through here. And just take your time doing it, especially if you're using the twang. It's going to be a little bit of slower process, Whoops. This thing got tipped over. Just take your time doing it so you get all the loops on the string. This acts like your second knitting needle, actually, this string, but it's so much easier. It's a lot flexible. It's just so much easier. And you don't have to worry about dropping stitches by doing the Tunisian needle. I got it stuck a little. Okay. And weaving it through. And then just pull the rest of it through, kind of get it even on both sides. I mean, it's good. So we got our beautiful purl stitch, our knit stitch. Now we're going to knit, and this will be my last round. I'm not done making this. Otherwise, I would show you my casting off, but you would do it the Tunisian way. So now I got to figure out here where my loop is. So now we're going to have the yarn behind our work. And then we just knit all the way across. And you want to get your needle up above that twine so you don't accidentally get it so weaved in there that you can't pull it out, because that happened to me when I was learning to do this. I kind of got it kind of really woven in there where I couldn't yank it out. And that was a disaster. So I'm just pushing it through. Yeah, I like the string better when it comes to weaving it through the loops. But I got a commercial. I'm going to pause that. I didn't think I'd get commercials with this video. But the string feels more like yarn, even though it's not. It's like a soft twang. I like this one because I cannot mistake it for yarn, and I don't think I could even knit or crochet it. It'd be hard to do. I mean, even if I try to knit or crochet it, I think it would be very hard to do. So I like the twine better, even though it's harder to weave through the loops when you start it across. So you don't have the nice background noise. I moved the commercial. I can skip it now and put the sound back on. I didn't think I would get a commercial with that. We'll be done soon. I'm not done with my project, but I'll be done with the video once I get across here. Pull the string out. Just give this a try. You'll love it. If you hate knitting or you have trouble learning how to knit, I say to try it this way, and I think you're going to fall in love with it. You know, if you always want to knit, but you just had trouble learning it or dropping a lot of stitches, I think you'll find this way you'll like a lot better. And so now, you know, there it is. And there it is, and then we pull the string out, and there it is. I mean, I don't know if I should just cast it off. Well, you know what? I'll do it. I'll cast it off. So you just do like you would in Tunisian. Or just cast it off so you can see how to do it. So we're doing a Tunisian cast off. All the way across. Oh, you know what? I hope I'm doing this right. It's been a while since I did this. Somehow I think I'm off on my... I think I had too many loops. There is. Pull through and then loop. It's been a while since I I've done this. Boy, it's been a while, huh? I think I go through the loop, then I yarn over, I think, and go through. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done this. Oh, geez. But yeah, you get the idea if you know how to cast off. I got to review this. It's been a while. I think I just kind of go through like that. I mean, I can pull it back out. But you get the idea, and then I'll show you my nice video that I was doing. And this is the video I had as a background picture. And I want to thank everyone for watching my video. I hope you'll try the little technique that I just showed you. It's called nooking, but I'm using a Tunisian needle to do it. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching. Bye.